What's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and check it out. I hope you were able to check out MultiVersus during the alpha period that just ended last night. There will be a full open beta coming this July, so definitely make sure you check it out and try it out. This is the latest game to kind of borrow upon the Super Smash Bros. Routine, if you will, but they really focus on 2v2 battles with partners, and I have really enjoyed playing it. I'm really bad at Smash Brothers, and I'm not that much better at this, but I've enjoyed it so much more. And shout outs to my buddy Free Willy Rocks for helping me out and recording some video here. Also shout outs to him, X24, and Marsh Bubble from my Discord, who helped me kind of put together a list of characters in the Warner Brothers universe so that I could put together my top 10 characters I would like to see in MultiVersus. We already have a small roster, and there is also a leaked roster, so there's characters that have kind of leaked that might be in it. I've already got a video showing the 15 characters that have been announced, including recently Iron Giant, but there is a leaked list that you're looking at right now, which has some of the characters that I would like to see personally, so some of them that you see here will be used on my list, but until they're confirmed, they're not necessarily in it. I do know that talking to Marshy and Free Willy and Batman X24, that a lot of the characters they wanted to see are on my list, and also some of them that I didn't make it in there are like Ben 10, Neo from the Matrix, Mordecai and Rigby. There's a lot to choose from when it comes to Warner Brothers. They have a huge history, and a lot of characters got left off. I mean, Willy Wonka, Ace Ventura, the Gremlins, Gizmo, Harry Potter, stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that could have been on my list. But anyway, I've talked enough. Let's get right to it. At number 10, we have, that's right, Free Willy. I want to bounce around as an orca. And yes, I will concede part of it is because Free Willy Rocks is like my my Chewbacca, if you will. So I feel like he needs his own character in the game because all he does is play as Jake from Adventure Time. And I feel like if Free Willy was in here, he might switch it up every once in a while. But I also think it would be kind of hilarious to have just a bouncing orca fighting around. And it's just such a fun character, I think. And it would be very different. So that is why he's kind of there as an honorary character at number 10. At number 9, we have Yosemite Sam, because I think he would be hilarious. Listen, I could probably do an entire top 10 list of just Looney Tunes characters, but when I was growing up, Yosemite Sam was always one of my favorites, probably because he's like got the mouth of a trucker, and he's always hooting and hollering, if you will, and I just think that it'd be a fun character to play, and that was kind of my choice right there. At number 8, we have the Animaniacs, Yakko, Wakko, and Dot. I have been to the lot at Warner Brothers, and I have seen the water tower that they live in, and it always feels personal now because I've seen it. The second I saw that, it's like, oh my god, it's the Animaniacs. And when I was younger, it was coming out when I was getting a little older, but like, how can you not love their little intro song? We are the Animaniacs. Anyway, so yeah, Animaniacs, Yakko, Wakko, and Dot. I think it'd be kind of cool if they all kind of like just randomly switched up throughout the match. There's a lot of really cool dynamics they could do to make them work. At number 7, we have Pinky and the Brain. I was not necessarily the biggest fan of this show when I was growing up, but I just always appreciated the attitude of the Brain, like he was just trying to rule the world. He was very devious, and I just feel like, you look at Tom and Jerry in this game, and I think Bugs has Tweety with them, maybe. I don't remember anymore. But like, there's some characters that are like duos, and I feel like they would make a really cool duo. And I think of like some of the voice lines and the things they can say to each other. I just think it would be really fun. And yeah, Pinky and the Brain. At number 6, honestly, I'm going with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, kind of one or the other, or both, from Mortal Kombat. Honestly, there's a lot of Mortal Kombat characters, but none are more iconic than Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I feel. And, why not reach into that bag right there and bring in Scorpion and Sub-Zero or many other Mortal Kombat characters. You know, it's just the perfect opportunity. I know that those games are a little bit more graphic and violent and morbid, but to have them involved in a more cartoony, smash 'em up, beat 'em up game would just be fun. And I just feel like they would work really well in this game, especially with their powers. You know, being able to have little fireballs and daggers and whatnot they can kind of throw. I think that they would be perfect, and I would be shocked if one or both of them are not in the game at some point. At number 5, we have Beetlejuice, because, man, I grew up on that movie. Beetlejuice could just be so much fun. I remember the Beetlejuice cartoon. When I was at the lot at WB, we went to their little museum, and we saw some of the props from the movie. It's just, you know, Michael Keaton is just amazing. It was just such a fun, amazing movie growing up, and I think that he would be perfect for this as far as Beetlejuice is concerned. Just a fun character, you know what I mean? So that's why he is number 5 on my list. At number 4, we have Rick and Morty. And listen, I'm not like this big Rick and Morty fan per se, but I understand their place in society right now. They are one of the biggest cartoons, I think probably that has ever gone out on Cartoon Network. It's definitely a very, very popular franchise, and I did enjoy them being in Fortnite, and I feel like they are also perfect for this game, either by themselves or just, you know, as another one of those team groups. I do feel like you could at least get Rick Sanchez in there, and he just, honestly, everything about him is kind of like, you know, the Brain. He's just devious, and he's hilarious. So, like, I'm all about that. That's great, and I'd love to see it. So that's why Rick and Morty are at number 4. At number 3, we have Godzilla, and oh my goodness, I don't know how they're going to pull off the Iron Robot, but I do know that Godzilla would probably be a similar type of character, being that he's so huge. You know, it kind of comes down to whether it's Godzilla or King Kong. I'm fine if they do both of them, but for me personally, Godzilla is the king of the monsters, and he is the reason that King Kong even is relevant, to be completely honest. Absolutely carried him in those movies, and he deserves his respect and his place in MultiVersus. So let me have Godzilla, please. All right, at number 2, kind of like Looney Tunes, I could probably have an entire top 10 list of just DC Comics characters. For this, I decided to go with Green Lantern. And there's a few reasons why. Number 1, by having Green Lantern in here, you can have all the Green Lanterns, and you can have all sorts of variants and stuff to kind of come under it. You know, you can have Hal, you can have Kyle, you can have Jessica Cruz, you can have Jon Stewart. There's so many different popular lanterns that you can put there as a skin. My alternate here would have probably been the Flash, because I do think he would be really fun in this game too. But we already see, you know, Superman, Batman, Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman. You know, like I actually kind of would love to have Aquaman. I think we're going to be getting Black Adam or Shazam or you know, remnants of Darkseid in here. There's lots of really awesome stuff that you can do with DC Comics characters, but again, I wanted to have a variety on my list, and I love the Green Lanterns. I love the Lantern Corps. Atrocitus is my favorite, you know, DC Comics character personally, and I didn't include him because I know he's not that popular, but the Green Lanterns are, and I just think it would be really awesome. I think of the powers they could do, and that is one of the reasons why I chose them over the Flash, because, you know, you just have those, you know, those lantern rings doing their little thing. You know, you have a sledgehammer come out, you know, rocket launchers, all sorts of stuff. It would work out really perfect, I think. And then at number 1, we have Jon Snow. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, and Jon Snow is my favorite character from Game of Thrones. I think they kind of did him dirty at the end, but I just feel like I love Kit Harington as Jon Snow, and we already have Arya Stark his sister in here. So why not get Jon Snow? I know that Daenerys is on the list right there, that kind of leaked list. And I'll be honest, she makes probably the most sense, although the Hound does not as much to me. But I can't see a world in which Jon Snow does not make it into this game, because he is, I would say, number 1 or number 2 as far as, well, all right, he's probably number 2 as far as most popular Game of Thrones characters, behind Daenerys Targaryen. So I don't know, it's a personal list for me, obviously, so that's why he's there. But there were so many characters that got left off, you know. I had a huge list, you know, Astro from the Jetsons, Unikitty from the Lego movie. You know, you could have had Powerpuff Girls, Fred Flintstone, Freddy Krueger. I even would have loved to have seen Achilles, Brad Pitt's character from Troy. I mean, there's a lot of franchises under Warner Brothers, and I think it's going to be awesome to see how they tap into those for this game. So how about you guys? If you got to play the game, what did you think? And what characters would you like to see in MultiVersus? This is going to be a free-to-play game, and the next open either alpha or beta is coming up in July, so everybody should just be able to join. And from what I understand, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, and trust me, I know you will, I believe that the progression carries over from that alpha, so everything that you do will actually mean something. And this is a live service type game, free to play. You can buy some characters. They're gonna keep adding characters, and I'm just here for it. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, and I think that you will too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see ya.